According to Joe Cowley of the Chicago Sun-Times, Lauri Markkanen privately wants to be a Dallas Maverick next season. But should the Chicago Bulls match the offer? Let's talk about it starting now. Now, if you are new to the channel, please like the video. Please subscribe to the page because we do talk Chicago sports weekly and we don't want you to miss a thing. So make sure that you hit that bell. Now, interesting conversation being brought up around the man Lauri Markkanen because, and I've said this on many occasions, I've said this during the Bulls live calls. If you guys have watched the live calls, you've heard me say this. When Lauri Markkanen is healthy and playing aggressive, he is one of the best power forwards in the NBA. He is one of the most unstoppable forces in the NBA. The problem is, the Chicago Bulls have not seen enough of either of that to go out and offer Lauri Markkanen big money. And now, like I said, Joe Cowley of the Chicago Sun-Times reporting that Lauri Markkanen seemingly wants out. I guess in an interview a couple weeks ago, Lauri said that he wanted to be on a team that valued him as a starter, right? He wanted to be on a team that valued him as a starter. And unfortunately, and I feel bad about it because I genuinely wanted Lauri to be good, but unfortunately, that's not here. And maybe it's just the personnel that are here don't fit together. Maybe it's Zach LaVine and Lauri Markkanen and Kobe. Maybe those pieces just don't work together. Maybe Lauri we saw a little bit of Lauri next to Vooch. Now, it didn't have a ton of time to develop, but it was not pretty. And so it forced Lauri into a role that he did not like. He was not comfortable in. He visibly did not want to be in. And I think, like I said during a couple of the lives, at one point, it looked to me anyway, and you hate to say this about an athlete, but it really did look like Lauri just kind of gave up out there. It looked like he was just like, whatever, I got to do this. This is my job. I'm going to be out here, but I don't really care. And it honestly, what's crazy is the talent that Lauri has, whether it's up and down, is enough that it makes this a tough question because, not for the reason that you may think, but because he is a restricted free agent going into this season. And so you can match whatever offer is put on the table because say Lauri does go out, he wants to sign with the Dallas Mavericks, which I think would be a great fit for him just because I think that Luka would be able to get him the ball in a position that he feels comfortable in working in. And I think that if he's an aggressive and healthy player, he absolutely puts the Dallas Mavericks over the top. Now, will he be that? That's yet to be seen. But because of all those intangibles, I think that also makes Lauri intriguing to a lot of the rest of the league, right? I think that makes Lauri intriguing to a lot of teams that need good shooting on their team. Whether we think it's up and down or not, whether we want to criticize his rebounding, whether we want to criticize his points, which I think points is tied directly in to him, one, not being healthy, two, not being on the court as much in that second half of the season. And so absolutely your scoring totals are going to go down. But no matter how the numbers extrapolate out, Lauri Markkanen is a player that shoots 40% from three. And that's absolutely something that every team in this NBA can use. And so the question on the table, like I said, should the Chicago Bulls match the offer that could be put on the table? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you still here? Forgot you were there for a minute. I just want to tell you guys real quick while you're here about the Stolen brand. We're talking about Stolen Rock and Rye, aged American rye whiskey, made with raw honey and orange peel. Oh my goodness. One of our favorite drinks, the official drink of the Windy City Breeze. And we want you guys to enjoy the experience too. So to do that, check out the link in the description below to go to thisisstolen.com/where to buy USA. We'll have that link down there so that you can see where you can pick you up a bottle of this delicious aged American rye whiskey. And also, if you are in the Chicagoland area, you can always pick it up at, you know the place, Benny's Beverage Depot. Now, as I'm looking at this question, right, should the Bulls match if Lauri signs with the Dallas Mavericks? Should they match? Of course, it depends on the price point. I mean, if Dallas goes out there and they're like, listen, 3 years, 120, lock them in. Easy now. take it easy. But if they come at him, because a lot of times players will take less money to sign with a different team, right? We've seen that a million times. We've seen it's pretty much like, I'm willing to take this amount of money, but I'm not willing to take this amount of money to be with you. And so the money absolutely plays a part in this. But if it comes in at a reasonable price, at something that the Bulls can manage, I think the Bulls absolutely should re-sign Lauri Markkanen or match the deal, but not for the reason you may think. I don't think that Lauri fits with this Bulls team, but I think that Lauri Markkanen is a key piece in any deal that you're going to try to get done to get an impact player into the building. I mean, if you're looking to go get Alonzo Ball, that's probably a key piece in getting that guy into the building, right? Because more than likely we're going to see a sign and trade with Lonzo Ball to somebody, and I think that that's going to be the same similar situation here with Lauri Markkanen. I would love to see a sign and trade just between them. You swap pieces there, or maybe even, listen, I'll be honest with you, maybe there's something on the Lakers that you could, I know he wants to go to Dallas or whatever, but I'm seeing some pieces on the Lakers, some young pieces that I am very intrigued by. A Horton Tucker coming back would be very interesting. Now, of course, you'd have to do some things to make the money work, throw some other pieces in there, but if there's a couple of pieces that you could send to the LA Lakers, possibly Thad Young included in that package with Lauri Markkanen, to get a couple of nice pieces back, I think that that'd be something that I'd absolutely be intrigued by. But the whole point of it is to say that the Chicago Bulls, if the money is right, can absolutely have the leverage in the Lauri Markkanen situation. And yeah, maybe he doesn't get dealt to the team he wants to go to, but hey, listen, unfortunately, you hate to say it, but that is the nature of the business, and AK is looking to do what is going to be best for the Chicago Bulls moving forward. And so I would say, if the money's right, if everything is reasonable, you absolutely re-sign Lauri Markkanen and look at teams like the Knicks, like the Lakers, like Dallas. I mean, Dallas has some nice pieces that they can send back as well, and so I'd be interested to see what they'd be willing to give up to get Lauri Markkanen down there. And I really do think that if you look at like the trade market and things like that, that a guy that shoots 40% from three absolutely still has a higher value in this NBA than more people might think, and especially when he's a 7-foot guy at that. And so I could absolutely see Lauri Markkanen still having some good value. And so for that reason, I personally would match the offer within reason. You know what I'm saying? Within reason. But I would personally match the offer that is put on the table and see if I could trade Lauri Markkanen, do a sign and trade, and find a spot that brings me back some assets that I can use for this team in the future. But I want to know how you guys feel. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think the Chicago Bulls should match an offer if Lauri Markkanen were to try and sign with the Dallas Mavericks or whatever team it may be out there? I want to know your opinion. Let me know in the comments below. I'll be down there talking with you as well. As always, it is your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again to continue watching our Chicago Bulls content. Click the links here or check the links in the description below. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Peace.